Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are picking the first of the bulls away for this season. 6 out of slats and 2 bullocks. So we picked them, yes, we weighed them, but we think our scales is wrong, so yeah, we're gonna have to lay off on the stats till we figure out whether the weighing scales is right. But I should know when we get the carcass weights back, as I should be able to work backwards then, seeing whether the weights were right or wrong. Before we go too much further, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. But anyways, we better get to it. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and the lorry's going to be here around 6:30. We'll try and just walk out the lads we want, and hopefully it all goes. I don't know what I can say. So that's 4. So we'll put these in. Come on. A very nice finish, lads. They're well fleshed and well fat, so they're well happy with them guys. Come on. Come on. Oh, they're well fleshed. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good lads. Good lads. Squeezing down the chute. What you want to see. We'll go get another 2 out of another pen of bulls, and we'll come back and we'll have a good look at them.
Right. Stand right. Quick!
Well, push them on there, Liv. When we go on with these, you manage. Right. Come on. You had to get into the feed barrier, didn't you? You had to go awkward way about it. Another 2 well-fleshed boys here. So, me and Liv tried doing this video yesterday when we were, and Jess and Eric, when we were weighing them yesterday, but I never in my life seen bulls so, what would you call it? Unsettled. Wound up. I never, ever in my life. So yeah, the starlings are still giving us a bit of trouble. They have very little food yesterday. So I don't know what we're going to do. Must be very little food out there for them that they're staying in the yard. It's annoying. And it's annoying our weighing scales. The 2 legs are broke under it, and it seemed like the heavier the animal was, the lighter he weighed, which obviously doesn't make much sense. It just seemed like the heavier the animal was the last time he was weighed, the lighter the animal was this time. So we'll have to work backwards on our carcass killouts and what her averages were from last year. You can do if you get them all up. Come on. Come on, boys, up. Come on. That's it. These are our lads. Well rounded. Lots of flesh on them. Father Phil was saying he thinks this lad is... Oh, the next fella, the 36.55. Hey, look at that. That's what you want to see. Lots of softness. This lad here is our best bull we have. So he is. He's the heaviest bull. Look at the width of the back. Look at the width of the back. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. And then it's just much more the same when you go up. All well rounded, well fleshed lads. Happy with them now, happy with them. Bit here about our scales, because it's throwing all sorts of numbers to us. We don't know what weights they are, and our average daily weight gain is definitely off. It was not making any sense. The lighter animals done better, and once we got heavier animals, like so that animal, it says he'd lost weight, and lost a considerable amount of weight since he was last weighed. But if they lose weight, they don't keep condition, and he has his condition, so I just completely confused at it. Anyways, when we get our factory sheet back, we'll have a look at it and we'll see how they graded on our average fat scores, see how they compared. People ask about the brushes, how are the brushes working. You'll notice a lot of there's no muck on their backs, and that's the top brush doing its job. Anyways, we'll go get her bullocks out.
He's lovely. Go on. Psh, psh, psh. Come on.
Now, that's the two bullocks. The black lad is a JEX, but I'd say there's no more jersey in him than is in the other lad. Should pull down the scales, but he's going to be a P, and he's not going to be the best. But the red bullock is a much nicer, much shapier bullock. I don't know what breed was he, do you remember?
Yeah. What number is he?
3333 FRX.
FRX.
That is all the boys there, ready to go. The first load of bulls of the season, year, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, we'll wait for the lorry to come and we'll get them loaded up and away. And yeah, we'll have a look at how they got on then later when we get the results back. If I can do any statistics on them, I will. But the one thing I'm just very annoyed about is that bloody scales. The legs have come off it. I got to up, I was weighing us right, but it just seemed like the heavier the animal was, the last time he was weighed, the worse he done. When it was saying like the best bull there had lost weight, but he hasn't lost condition, which I can't see being the case. So we'll have to, I should be able to see whether it's right or wrong now by working backwards on averages, killouts, carcass weights. So anyways, so the lorry is just here, and there's something I kind of forgot to say. So I want to say, one of the big things that we'll see now when we're going through the pen, there's a lot of bulls there, not just there yet, but one of the biggest things we've always seen is as soon as you start taking the boys out of the pens, the rest of them come on tenfold. They just double in a matter of days, and it's just a bit less competition in the pens and everything, and we've always seen it. So it's always great to get them away. We'll be killed. This load is killed. This is the 31st, the very last day of 2021. So happy new year to everyone. Hope you had a great new year or New Year's Day or whatever. But that's one of the biggest things we've seen. But it'll be, I think, 2 weeks. We'll leave it 2 weeks or 3 weeks after from today before we kill the next load. None of the birthdays start running out till the very end of January, so we're all right that way. But that's the next big thing for us, is minding birthdays, making sure that we get the bulls gone before they hit 24 months. And anything that doesn't make that target, we'll probably end up going for the farm shop. Farm shop is going to be supplied by lovely beef like these boys, isn't it, Liv? So, hi Nelly. Anyways, we'll get these boys loaded up. We'll pick it up when we get the results back. So, that is the cattle gone, back. We're back inside now. The results are in of how the cattle have gone on, or the bulls done, and I have it all put into my database. So you should appear on the screen there, and I'll get Liv to do some nice stuff with the thing, because there's not exactly a whole lot to see while I go through how the bulls go on. So we killed 6 bulls. These were the 6 bulls off the slats, 2 in one pen, 4 from the other pen. So I can see here that of the 6 bulls we killed, we had 1 Frisian and 1 JEX, and then the other 4 were FRX. I have the sires wrote down here. All come from different sires. One has no recorded sire. I have the percentages of what they were. So in order there, you had 41% Holstein, 72% Holstein, 53% Holstein. Then you had the JEX, which was 50% Jersey. And then you had 31% Holstein, and then 50% Holstein. And then the minor, so it's like the other percentage, or the other next highest percentage. So you can see the FRX, we had a 34% Jersey. Then in the Frisian, he was 21% British Frisian, or FR. That's what FR stands for. The JE is Jersey, HO is Holstein. The next FRX was 25% Holstein. The JEX was 34% Holstein, One of them, the best bull we killed, 36.55, was 31% Norwegian Red. He was 31% Holstein, 31% Norwegian Red. He also had a bit of Ayrshire and a bit of British Friesian in him. So he was a very well mixed animal. And then the last one was 16% Jersey. I can go across then. I can see 3 calves come from feeder 1, 3 calves from feeder 2. I can also see 2 of the calves, how much milk they drank that year. Now the reason I don't have any more is because I think either pages, if I remember rightly, pages were ripped out of my book, or it just wasn't taken off the feeder. I can't remember which. Another big thing here you can see here, none of these 6 bulls were sick in their lives. Never sick. That is another big thing to take from that. Weights. This is where it gets interesting. So we have the weights of when they went into the shed. We have the weights coming out of the shed. Very interesting thing here is that weights going out of the shed, that the heavier the animal was, so there was a good few in there over 200 kilos. The most of them was like 100, but they all average. There's 0.3, 0.5, 0.1, 0.4, 0.3. The lightest of them 6 was 175 kilos coming out of the shed. In the shed he put on 0.8. Something a little interesting. And that actually was the JEX. That was the Jersey done the best in the shed for the first winter. Coming in then to the second, from the first winter to the coming in for housing, we can see again the JEX then was done the worst at 0.77. The best was this 36.55 at 1.1 kilos of daily weight gain at grass. Can't ask for better. No meal being given to the mat grass. Very well happy with that. And then we go on to how the bull's done. So this is where I'm going to annoy Liv, and we're going to look at the cattle in the chute, and she's going to put them on the screen while there's a freeze frame of the animal comes up on screen. So 704 weighed 505 kilos, average daily weight gain of 1 kilo since he went in, carcass weight of 245.4, which gives him a kill out percentage of 48%. He graded an O minus, 2 equals. It's 22 months. 1032 was 555 kilos, done 0.9 kilos daily live weight gain, 276.8 kilos carcass weight, 50% kill out. He was a P plus, 2 plus, 22 months. 2484 was 520 kilos. He done 1.17 kilos a day. He's 255.4 kilos daily or carcass weight. He killed out 49%. He was an O equals, 2 plus. 2579, our Jersey bull, was 550 kilos. He done 1.28 kilos in the shed. He was carcass weight was 265.2 kilos. Kill out percentage of 48%. He was a P plus, 2 plus. Our best bull of the whole lot, 36.55. Live weight gain was 560. Average daily weight gain we didn't record because okay, so this right, I'll explain this when I get through this. Carcass weight of 304.4, that gives him a kill out percentage of 54% for an FRX bull of an O equals, 2 plus. And then finally, last but not least, 6162 was a live weight of 540 kilos, average daily weight gain of 1.28, carcass weight of 267, kill out percentage 50%, grade O equals, fat score 2 equals. So now, one of the things that I will say on the weights I've just given there, and you'll see from 36.55, he's put down a live weight of 560. That's what the scales read him that morning. His previous weight before that was 580. He killed out 304 kilos. At the weight he gave us, he killed out 54%, but it also meant that he lost 20 kilos, didn't lose condition. So that just threw the whole thing up in the air first. The rest of what's there looks kind of right. I'm not sure, but we have a funny feeling our scales may not be reading right. It could be 10, 15, 20 kilos astray. Our average daily weight gains I'd like to see higher. The kill out percentages are pretty much where they should be, I think. I'm very confused now, to be honest. It doesn't make sense 36.55. FRX bull killing out 54% at 560 kilos doesn't seem right. He weighed heavier the last time, so we're confused as to whether our scales is working or not, especially now because the kill out percentages for the other bulls seems to be alright. So yeah, bit lost at that. But then when we look at our fat scores, we had 2 equals and 4 2 pluses. I'm happy with that. The aim is to get them into a 2+ to a 3-. 2 equals is like meh, it's okay. 2- ain't great. 1's bad. There's no 2-, I'm happy with that. The bulls have been on the finishing ration 14th of November. Wow. They've only been 47 days on the full finishing diet at that. That's I thought it would be more. So that's there. You could say we opened the maze the 13th of November to the 31st of December. It's 47 days. That's that's the length of time they've been on the full till everything they should be getting on the finishing ration. There's the one downside to the maze because of the late harvest and then 3 weeks curing before you can open it. You don't get that benefit of time, but very happy with the fat scores for being on the maze that short length of period time. The grades, nah, 2 P's on it. Didn't think we'd have a P on it, to be honest. I thought 36.55 would have been an O+, but that's just how it rolls. But anyways, that is the bulls. The bullocks, if I can bring them up here. Oh, the 2 bullocks we have here. So one was a Frisian, one was an FRX, one was 100% Holstein, one was 50% Holstein, 12.5% FR, and 37.5% Norwegian Red. One of them had got sick at one time. They both drank a considerable amount of milk, 315 and 350 litres. Weights recorded for them, but so only take the top 2 there. So the 100% Holstein was 540 kilos, average daily weight gain of 1.54, carcass weight 276, which is a 51% kill out. He was a P equals 3 equals at 33 months. The 333 or FRX was 575 kilos, done 0.96 daily weight gain. He had a 280.7 kilo carcass. 49% kill out is O-, 2+ at 34 months. There, that again, I feel like a P equals shouldn't have killed out 51%. So I have a funny feeling his live weight should have been higher. Again, that scales. We don't know. We're going to take it out where it is, bring it in, and clean it all up and go through the wiring and see that everything is okay. Things like that. Just it seemed like the heavier the animal was, it felt like it was a little bit off. So I'm not sure, and just not sure. But anyways, that kind of concludes that video. This video, that's the bulls. That's how the first bull's done. Overall, I'm happy with them. The price isn't on it. We haven't actually got the price back yet, but the price is much better, way better than it has been other years. This is the year that might be a few pound in the beef farming, to be honest. Hopefully things stay good for us. Fat scores, everything, we're happy. Grades I'd like a little bit better. Our weights, our final weights and our carcass, our kill out percentages, I don't know the scales. We're going to have to look at the scales. But overall, I'm happy with how the bull's done. I'm happy with the condition that was on them going. Be about another 2 weeks before we go with the next load, as always that period in between getting a few gone and then the next one's catching up. Less competition in the shed, and your bulls, the rest of the cattle all start coming on, and we're just giving them 2 weeks just to come on, and we'll also start taking out our sheds. So yeah, all in all, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the bulls get on, and we'll be able to have a full breakdown. Again, this is the reason why I keep all my stats, so I can see everything, the different farms, the different sires, everything I can think of to record, I can record to see how different things affect the cattle. And a lot of what I do on my database, I couldn't do without Herdwatch. Herdwatch sponsored today's video, and as you should know by now, we've been using Herdwatch for 3 or 4 years now. And this is why I use it. I keep all my records on the farm, onto the phone. I come back, put them on my database, and then I have all the records I need. With Herdwatch is I can download, so I put in all my weights and all my information, I can download reports off Herdwatch that come sent to me by email in an Excel spreadsheet, and all I gotta do is copy weights, paste, copy sires, paste. Everything is just copy and paste, and that just makes my life so much easier compared to scrolling through ICBF and stuff and typing and copying and pasting. Very handy. Definitely recommend Herdwatch if you want to do a database for yourself on your cattle. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed today's video. FRX bulls made up the majority of it. Just goes to show hybrid vigor, very hard bet, very hard beat hybrid vigor. As always, videos every Tuesday.